Welcome back, folks. This is PArdon the Brickruption, story about two guys that get disgruntled about things that happen in Lego. How you like that?
we voice our concerns about outcomes we possibly see. Disgruntled just sounds angry and mad. I'm not angry or mad.
Voicing the concerns, disgruntled. You got 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other. Hey, what do you think?
What's the difference?
All right, friend. First up, you got Game Changer Lego Masters Finale 3. Is it the game changer for the series?
So I would say this to start us off. I think you owe me some dollars because the finale had 3 teams, not 4. We had an episode with the 4 teams. One got eliminated. Then we rolled into the finale. So I think you owe me some dollars. I'm just saying.
All right. All right. Fair enough.
I would say that I think season 3 was a game changer for Lego Masters Fox. We were traditionally a U.S. only show. Now we're North America show. The last 3 teams were all from Canada. Mm-hmm. So our last American team was bumped out on the second to last episode. So we had an entire Canadian cast. So I think that's a huge game changer because now we know that Canadians can build. We always knew it. Now the world knows it. So now we have joined forces. So if we ever do like an international version of Lego Masters, we have Canada and we have the United States. Mexico, we need you to get in there, get in the game so that we have the trifecta. So I think it is a game changer for sure.
Right, all right, game changer. Yeah, I think it is a game changer. Kind of sucks that you get knocked out of the World Series and you're the home team, right? You're not the visitor. And so, that kind of sucked that the U.S. and it's a grind between countries and stuff like that. So you want to root for the home team always. But, don't misconstrue that the better builder is in the U.S. and not Canada. But for this series, Canada, you won out right out. So right out the door. Can't dispute that at all. But they brought some heat, and like you say, you stacked the deck with how many teams were from Canada? It was about what, like maybe 4?
It was only 3.
3, yeah, and they ended up being basically the top tier teams, right? That happens. That happens. You stack the deck a little bit, but I say that to say that this season was probably the best season for the most talented teams in the setting, right?
Yeah.
And the challenges were just that much better. Like we're to a point I was at home envious, like, man, I wish I could have had that challenge, and so that very, very envious about that, big time.
Oh yeah. They had the Marvel challenge, which off the rip, they're the best season ever because they had the Marvel challenge. Just off of that alone. But you also had the go-kart challenge, the physically driving go-karts. They had putt. They had mini golf.
Yeah, they had the putt. Yeah.
Literally do that. They had the tree challenge. They're actually building on a tree. And you have no connection points. You have to build it.
Water fountain challenge.
A water fountain challenge. Yep. They had the most creative challenges this season by far. So they really nailed it. They knocked it out the park in this season.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think that the energy from the teams played as well too. Yeah, I might owe you some, but I'm sure you were sweating like when they showed that playoff. I say that playoff before the World Series episode, and you were just a little bit concerned because after that Grand Prix episode, they took the 4 and didn't eliminate anybody. You can kind of see that it was going to go into the final 4, which I think that would probably serve well, especially those 4 teams. They played off each other very good, so that they were giving you more entertainment, because you don't want to run into like season 1's final 3 teams were kind of bland because they weren't talking to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Definitely, I agree with you on that. I was a little bit sweating, but once I saw that the 4 teams that was there for that second to last episode, I was like, I don't know. We have all the Canadian teams still here. We got the one American team. I was like, I think I know where this is going.
Excellent. All right, next up, you got new hires, Lego HQ Billing. Who's it gonna be?
Oh my goodness, Billing is filling up with the A-Foles. A-Foles are taking over Billing. So these last couple of I would say the last year or so, started to see a lot more new hires, people that we know. You have people from most of the people that I know that got hired are all from Seattle, like the Portland area, Oregon. I meant Boone was one. Dave recently. My buddy. Man, I keep forgetting his name. I'll look for his name when we go over. But Aaron as well. Yep. So we have a lot more that we don't know of people that are now going to be working at Billing, and they have been very aggressive in hiring new people who are not traditionally from Billing or the European area, but people who are from the States who are willing to move. And it's a big ask that Lego is asking. They're saying, hey, can you take you and your family and move over to Denmark to work here? It's not like just the person who got hired is just working there. They're moving, they're upending their entire family to come and do this. Lego Stud is his handle. I don't know if he wants his name out there, so I won't put his actual name out there, but his name is Lego Stud on Insta. He's going to be working over there. All of them working over there in March. So I don't know if Boone is creating a team of extraordinary gentlemen and ladies. I don't know if that's what they're doing because they're about to take over. I don't know. But they've been very aggressive with their hiring, and they're hiring people that traditionally they probably wouldn't hire. And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. You kind of look outside the box for talent because there's talent everywhere. Just what you're going to fill your palette up, and that might be so. Like maybe you have somebody like the influence of Boone or even Carter who was been there way before Boone. He was an A-fall and made his way out to Billing. And it's good that they are looking to fill those ranks up with people that are not European, because you do have designers from worldwide. But you want to impress me, friend. You want to impress me. Hire some people who aren't like designers and put them on a team like, I don't know, like compliance, your HR team over there, or like your networking team, or such as what we do is just making sure you're being honest with inclusion. That's the word, inclusion. Being honest with inclusion. You got an inclusion team making sure that all the boxes get checked off with everybody that's in the community.
Right.
That would impress me. Like they say, hey, look, we come to get Corey Samz, to head up our inclusion team, our community team, because we want to be out in the community. That would impress me a lot.
I got a question for you then. If Lego approached you and they said, hey man, we want you to work as a designer, would you go and move over there to be a designer?
I wouldn't personally, because I know that somebody who's been studying and working hard to be that designer should fill that seat. And me, not to say that I don't have aspirations as a designer, because I have an art background, but at the same time, I wouldn't fill that seat being less adequate than that person who has been studying a little bit more. I don't believe in filling up a seat just before the status quo. But if I'm qualified for a job, then I should be hired.
Bingo. Somebody asked me the same question, and I gave them pretty much the same answer, where I wouldn't want to be a designer. Even though I have aspiration as well, I feel like my skill set would be better served in a different area in Lego, in like a community outreach area or a Lego education area. Like those areas, I feel as though I would be better suited because of my skill type. So, yeah, I'm right there with you.
Oh yeah.
So congrats to the fellas and the ladies who made it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lego, what is the next big box set? What do you think it's going to be?
Oh man. So let's see. We're going into 2023. I've been thinking about this. I have a buddy online named Tony Yo, and he's one of the premier sneakerheads when it comes to Lego sneakers. When they were building the Adidas set, they reached out to him and other designers to help with the feedback in designing that set. I think because we're going into 2023, I think that's the year of Jordan. I feel as though Lego is going to come out with a Air Jordan sneaker, just like they did with the Adidas. I think they're gonna strike a deal with Jordan. They're gonna come out with that sneaker. Maybe the ones, the red, the lost and found ones or something like that, or just the regular ones. I think they're gonna build that as a Lego set, and I think that price is gonna be high. And I bet you that's gonna be top seller because you got these sneakerheads. They will buy sneakers $2,000-$3,000 without even blinking. You see a Lego set sneaker, you can build it and put it up on your. Yeah, that's going. Yeah, I can see that being the next hot item.
I'm sold on the 23, man. I am sold on 23. The God, the GOAT, Michael Jordan is all the rage. And so if they can make that deal with Jordan, not so much Nike anymore because Jordan has his own brand now.
Yeah, Air Jordan.
So if they can make that deal, that would be hot. But I still don't think that's the biggest set. I think that the biggest box set that you probably will see probably be in the architecture. It might be, I don't know, maybe a UCS Dubai building, or it might be a UCS, I don't know, like an Egyptian like pyramid, or like maybe the Sphinx. Yeah, because we were close to getting the Tut, right? We were close to getting the Tut, King Tut, close to that. And I think that kind of fell through. So I'm thinking that we would see maybe the Sphinx, or something to a magnitude, maybe Tappy 101, the Taiwan Tappy 101 building architecture, something that's probably real tall to compare with that Paris, the
Eiffel Tower,
right? Because remember you had the Titanic, which was a big box set, and you got the Eiffel Tower, or they go back to their old roots and redo the Statue of Liberty, and you get a UCS Statue of Liberty just the size of that Eiffel Tower.
I'm gonna push back on that because that's a lot of green pieces. That's not cheap. What I would say, I think they would try to go with the either the Freedom Tower or the Twin Towers. Maybe a commemorative set to the Twin Towers, and to make it that big. I can see them doing that, making it like 3, maybe 4 feet tall. Yeah. And that's going to be, the colors is easy to build. So I think they might do that. But yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Man, yeah, definitely. It'd be pretty big. But, I could see them. I could definitely see them doing the Statue of Liberty. If you're the maker of the molds, it doesn't matter, the price sets. We divvy up and make the prices high, at the end of the day, they're the maker of the mold. They could put as many pieces in there as they want. This set, now, mind you, this set, they could probably reach to $1,000 on a set, and it would sell, man, because you figure that Millennium Falcon came off the set. And maybe we're looking at the wrong thing, all together, my friend. Maybe the next big box set might be a UCS Star Wars set that we just don't know yet.
I feel as though I don't want to speak for people, but I'm speaking for myself. I have a little bit of Star Wars fatigue with those big box sets because they've come out with a lot of big box sets for Star Wars specifically. I feel like we got a lot more themes in Lego that we can do that for. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is that Star Wars is where the money's at, friend. I think you have a lot of fandom in Star Wars and Star Wars Lego at that, and it goes to multiple generations. So those sets will fly off the shelf, because you got old guys like me and you will buy them, and even the young whippersnappers will go buy them. They get mom to go buy them for them with no problem. And at this point, like the Star Wars, they do not care about the money, man. If you say Star Wars, it breathes and it smells like money. All right, next up, Lego Master influence in the community. What do you know about it?
Okay, well, I know for sure that tonight's episode, for those who don't know, Monday night, they're doing a Brickmas episode with the celebrity Lego Masters, and the first thing that Will Arnett said was, spoiler alert, he said we got 2 OG Lego Masters in Boone and Mel. And when he said that, I was like, that was the first time they acknowledged us as the OGs. In 2020, we came on the scene and we shook it up. People ain't got nowhere to go. People staying home. Right. We gave them a good show. And not only that, people kept watching and kept watching. I can get out my basement and I can build. Wait a minute, there's a convention. Wait a minute, there's a lug. There's a whole community I never knew about. Now I'm a part of the community. Now I'm going to these conventions. Now I'm winning awards at these conventions. Now I think I could do Lego Masters. And now you have people on season 3 that were fans of us in season 1. Yeah. More, particularly, let me see. I'll use Dave since we mentioned him earlier. Dave Lettuce, basically he was standing in line to meet us at Bricks Cascade, and we took pictures with him. I took a selfie with him and everything. And he was just, man, I love what you did on the show, man. So encouraging and all that. Right. And he's one of the finalists in Lego Master season 3.
Yeah, kudos to Dave, man. You rocked it, man. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned all that because everything comes full circle. And here I am sitting on our podcast about to talk about me being on this show. Yeah. So how ironic is that, right? Let me tell you, man, it felt being on that show and him saying that, if I felt like Rocky coming back for the 5th or 6th time, jumping in the ring and trying to go the distance with this young whippersnapper, this young girl, right? And then I'm taking on, the ultimate boom, right? The dude's a mogul, right? And so here I am, this old dude trying to hang, and go the distance, these rounds with a kid, a young girl, and one of the greatest. And do I still got a knockout punch, and that's it, right? And you feel old and you feel slower, and it seemed like the competition's moving that fast. And I'm gonna tell you that this second time around, it felt like everything was moving extremely faster than it was when we first went around the merry-go-round.
Wow. So that's good advice because you guys are starting it off. If this is anything like Australia has done, I think they've done 3 of these shows. So you guys are kicking it off. So that's good advice to know for future Lego Masters that might get the call to come and do this holiday special, that it's not the same as it was the first time around, which is good. But to circle back to our question, did we make an influence? Yes, we did. We definitely made an impact in the Lego community. We've inspired thousands and millions of people to pick up some Lego. I mean, we keep doing it even till today, and that just goes to show the longevity of the impact that we made and how influential we are to the community.
Yeah, indeed. And I do feel like, you kind of making a bit of influence because every podcast it comes up where the Lego Masters are talking, or they're talking about Lego Masters, I should say, in the communities where we got our birth from. that you're very, you receive with good reception, and respect. And so I think that, I think it is. I think there is a heavy Lego master influence. But if I was to influence my favorite, Lego community, I would tell them, hey, look, wake up, get in the game, go apply for Lego Masters. Never mind, anybody's gripes or what they said. Get in the game, because now it's a rat race between the USA and Canada. See what I did there, right?
I saw what you did there. I just want our season to be the best. I want our series to be the best. We got stiff competition. Australia is still sitting on that. They got awards. So those awards say that they are the best right now. So we're coming for that crown, Australia. We're coming for that crown.
Yeah. And that's where it's at, man. That's where it's at, is that the crown is ultimately with Australia. So we have to definitely gear up and get out there. Let's show USA. Let's show these folks that we can build, because the bigger competition, not to say that Canada isn't, not to say that, but the bigger competition is from the motherland, which is Australia. We need to go take the fight to Australia. You do.
Absolutely.
Because they're making bigger, better everything.
Oh yeah.
All right. Lego cons versus Comic Cons with a little splash of Lego. What do you think?
Big difference. When excuse me, big difference. Me and you, we were at a Comic Con. We went to Comic Con Erie, and my first, I went to New York Comic Cons and stuff like that, and I see how they treat celebrities. Well, not even celebrities, but I would say talent. So the way that they treated us as talent, not necessarily Lego builders. When you go to a Lego convention, especially the big name conventions, Lego, Brick World, Brick Fair.
Yeah.
They don't have a designated area for Lego Masters. You kind of get in where you fit in, right? You just say, hey, what kind of build you got? Oh, it's pop culture. All right, we'll find a spot in pop culture. Oh, you got mosaics. Okay, well, let's find a spot for you in mosaics. Comic-Con, they're like, Corey, good to see you, man. Listen, we got a spot here laid out for you. You said you needed one table. Do you need two? We got a second table. We got some goodie bags for you. They take care of you. Right. They take care of you. And I don't want to sound like a prima donna, because that's not me. But I feel as though that, being on TV, when you go to an event, like a Lego event, I'm not saying to put yourself on a pedestal, but it's because of the fact that you were on TV that you inspired so many people to be a part of something. It feels nice to have that appreciation given back. Comic-Con, they do that very well. From the last few Comic-Cons, and even season 2. Season 2 went to a Comic-Con a little bit, I think either after their season was finished or in the middle of their season, but they all went to this Comic-Con in Seattle. No, in Utah, I think. And the way they were treated at this fandom Comic-Con, it was incredible. They rolled out the red carpet for them. They gave them a space to showcase some of their work. They were on stage. They were interacting with fans and stuff like that. I think that was a great experience, putting in all that hard work, and seeing the benefits of putting in all that hard work and being on TV and dealing with all that stuff. So I just feel like Comic-Cons know how to treat people.
Yeah. You such a Captain America, man. And I don't know why this is even coming, because you know what I'm going to say. So I'll be Loki today. I'll be Red Skull. I'll be Red Skull the day you be Captain America, right?
What about Shield that? Hold on, you remember what I said? What about Shield that? What about Shield that?
Once upon a time, we had stepped off of Lego Masters, and we had drunk in the Kool-Aid, thinking that a BrickCon was going to be, doing a couple shows where the BrickCon was going to be where life was going to be, right? And they were taking advantage of a good, kind situation, where that, as if they were probably clocking $80,000 at the door, making $15,000 in balloon sales, all because you're using the name Lego Masters is here, right? And it was at a one point where in a weekend, we were there for a weekend, we didn't even get a lunch break, bro. Like it was that bad. And then you only get $84 for the weekend for your name. Now, a hamburger costs more than $84 in California. And granted, you get your travel expenses taken care of. They put you up, but that's the cost of business, man. That's the cost of business. And me working a 8-hour or 9-hour show from open to close without a lunch break, and all I get is $84 just for the weekend. That's a no-go, because now you're taking advantage of a better situation. And so you get that versus the Comic-Con we went to, where it was easy going. Hey, if you want to do this, you could do it. If not, no big deal. If you want to get up 6 o'clock in the morning, go down to the radio show, I'll be down in the lobby. You can, I'll drive you there. We'll do the radio show. I'll bring you back. You can sleep in. It don't matter, right? You get there, they ask you how many tables you want. You get your tables. If you need extra tables, here they come with their tables, right? You had your lunch done. They showed you the little break room, the whole shebang, and everything. And at the end of that day, you had a nice little size check for your inconvenience for the weekend, right? It's definitely a light and day situation, like a night and day situation. Right. So I say this to season 3: beware of that contract before you sign anything to go on in any of these brick cons. Beware, know what your value is, right? And if it's below the value, don't take it. Don't take it. But one dude told me one time, and he said to me that, he told me the story about a guy, his friend at Skechers, right? He apparently he was getting ready to make a big, deal with Skechers for some skate shoes. And he opted not to, and Skechers ended up blowing up, right? So you take the deal to get that half a loaf of bread because you don't know what it is. And we took the deal to get that half a loaf of bread, but the person never made good on the deal. So then you jump ship at that point, because you are worth a lot more, especially if the line is way backed up around the building 2 times over just to see you, because there's no other attractions. So at a certain point, you have a value, Lego Masters. And so just find the best deal for you. Find the best deal for you and stick with it, because you have people that want to make a profit off your name. All right, brick it or break it. You ready?
Let's go.
Brick it or break it. Lego Masters finale. 4 carry over into a final 3. You're breaking and you're breaking.
I'm breaking it. At least let's keep that tradition going. Get 3 teams in the finale. Let's keep it simple. It's gonna be too much. You know what? I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna break it. The reason why is because I watched tonight's episode with 4 teams and how the dynamic can work with 4 teams. So I'll take it back. I'll break it.
I'm gonna banish you from the show because I'm breaking it. I would go with 4 for the final 4, because no one ever seen that until the holiday episode where you have 4 teams coincide with each other real great. But you, sir, I'm breaking.
I take my mind.
Lego Masters Celebrity Holiday Bricktacular Show. You're breaking it, you're breaking it.
Oh, I'm breaking it. We needed this show. We need a show like this. We need a holiday special. We need a show where it's not even about competition. So I love it.
Yeah, definitely. You bring in some of the A-listers, you mix them up with some of us Z-listers, and you see, let the bricks, drop as they may. I'm definitely bricking it. I can't wait to the next season of it. All right. Lego Masters All-Star happens after season 4. You're bricking it, you're breaking it.
Oh, I'm breaking it. It's coming. It's coming. It's long overdue. I don't think Australia has done it yet. I think we're going to beat them to the punch. I think we're going to get there first, and we're going to do an all-stars version of the show.
Definitely bricking it. It's much needed. It boosts the brand even more because people want more Lego Masters.
Yes.
Excited about Lego 2023 line coming out. Bricking it, breaking it.
If the prices are the same, I'm a brick it, but I'm gonna hold on to my wallet a little tighter. I'll be choosing the sets that I get. I won't be so frivolous. So yeah.
All right, I'm definitely bricking it. I definitely love new designs and new techniques. It's a book. Read it. Mm-hmm. Lego Cons being postponed 2023. You bricking it? You breaking it?
I am breaking it. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? I think LegoCon is a really good idea. What I would say is maybe they should change the timing, because last year they did LegoCon and it was the same time as Brick World Chicago. Nobody was watching. Who was at the convention? So I think they need to change the time that they do this LegoCon.
I'm definitely breaking it. Simple fact that it's all virtual and there's no real con attendance there. It's a virtual show that's happening here. So you rip it off the virtual shelf and you actually have a real con somewhere. And like TwitchCon is all the rage and very big in the northern country. So you have a Lego Con, the whole world would be there, present, front and center. That's the end, my friend. You got any new words?
All right. I would say if we don't do another show for the holidays, I want to wish everybody happy holidays. I hope you guys got many Lego presents under the tree. If you see you have a big box and you shake that big box and you hear it's Lego, you probably got an Eiffel Tower. You probably got that Hulkbuster. You probably got some giant Star Wars set. You can kind of narrow it down just by shaking it in the weight. So I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you so much for supporting us, especially during the whole Black Panther thing. That was a huge support that we received, and it really propelled a lot of conversations and a lot of opportunities to be thrown our way. So let's keep it going for 2023. Let's continue to work together and to build our community better.
Definitely, son. Definitely. If you're in the mood of giving any of those gifts that Corey said, I'll take them all. I don't discriminate. I'll take them all. Any children for this guy, just take them. But no, I'm very grateful for this holiday. It's very special. Just because of that Black Panther talk that we had, that kind of put us in a position where I'm in the land now, and they hear us. And that's all it was. It wasn't even about being in the land. It was about what they're hearing us, and they answered me and said, yes, we are listening. So just, folks, make your voices known, because Lego does listen. They are in the community. They are the community. And so don't feel like that you're not being heard, because you are.
April. Cross my fingers. April, hopefully. I'll be there too.
All right, folks, we don't hear from you. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and all the above, and the Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes, sir.
Good night, USA.
Oh.